Okay, here is the pump house at the bottom of the hill, here next to the ditch. Right here is a spring, and there's going to be a little blue tube that comes out of the ground about 20 feet that way, and there's another one back here behind me. And if something happens to die in this area, if you get any foul smell around here, pour bleach down one of those tubes. That will clean out the receptacle, and then this one will actually go directly into the 300-gallon tank under the ground. So here's the pump house. There's no door. There's a secret door, so to speak. So right here, you kind of look at the pattern, and you see something looks a little off. So this is the door. So you take a flathead screwdriver, and just because it gets hot, and is it this one or is it this one? I think it's this one. And you got to loosen up the tar under here, like in the middle of summer. So you can kind of see which ones I go for. And then it gets loose. This is the door right here. And then right under here you'll see, well, you won't see it from that angle, but you'll just have your screwdriver to pull this, and it slides out. It's a sliding out door. I haven't been in here in over a year, so I'm just going to do this because I'm a little bit leery of snakes and stuff like that. But we're all clear. It looks like we just have a mouse nest in here. And then let me show you what's going on in here. I got a pointer now. All right, let me show you what you need to do in the pump house. So get this in here where you can see. Now, right here under these, there's a little nut. It's turned upside down and it's open right now. But this nut here, I'm going to put it on here loosely, but you still need to know that you need to prime the pump before you use it, and you use this nut. I'm just going to have it on here loosely. Anyway, it'll be right here. It's not going to go anywhere. But so what you want to do is bring a little gallon of water with you, and you open up that nut and you pour. It'll take about a half gallon, and then let it bubble. Some water will go back down this hose right here into the ground, and then it'll take most of a gallon. Now when it's all said and done, maybe you'll need a second gallon. I'm not sure. I think it was just a gallon though. So that primes the pump. You don't want to turn the pump on, very important, without putting water in here. It'll kind of wear it out. Now right up here is the outlet, and you can plug the pump in up there. What I like to do is, you can get these little outlets from Menards or Walmart or Home Depot. They come on at when it gets below 35 degrees, and then they turn off when it gets above 45. I don't know where that outlet went. I thought I left it here. Sorry, but you can get them pretty cheaply anywhere. And then I connect it to a little heater. And if I use this throughout the whole winter, I just have that heater sitting down in here and facing toward this pump, and just to make sure it doesn't freeze up in here, and it never does. But you might not be using this, and you might not want to use it through the winter. Right now we're in August, so I don't want to turn it on and run it because we're in an extreme drought. This is probably record-breaking, I'm not sure. And so there's only going to be 300 gallons in that tank in there, and then once you use that up, it's not really being filled. But anyway, that's how you start it, and then you put your little timer. I left it in the pump closet upstairs. In the basement. Put your timer right there, and you set the times. What I do is I set it. If I'm using it in wintertime, I set it to come on for 2 minutes every hour, because I want the water to keep flowing so the pipes don't freeze, and then maybe throughout the morning too. Periodically throughout the day. Now this pump pumps at, by the time it reaches the house, at 4.5 gallons per minute, and calculate how much water you want to be filling up in that tank in the greenhouse, and that's how many minutes you want to set on that timer. There's a little green plug light right here. This is the pump's plug, so this will go into that timer, and the timer will plug into that outlet right there. That outlet is controlled by that switch there in the pump closet. You turn on that switch and it'll come on. Now if you plug in this pump and without a timer and you turn on that switch, this pump will come on, and it will not turn off until you turn off the switch. This pump will burn out if it's run constantly, for more than 15 minutes. I think we run it for 20 minutes before I caught it one time. Don't run it more than 15 minutes at a time, and you'll never have to worry about it burning out anytime soon. Everything should work fine. Last time we tried it, it all worked. It's good. So then when you're done, you'll just slide your little door up underneath there again. And final thoughts. That little thing that goes into the ground, it's very shallow right here. And I put a piece of insulation board on top of it. In the middle of winter, especially when it gets down to like -15, there's potential for it to freeze. My next step, if we were to stay here, was to just put dig around it a little bit and put some pipe insulation around it. And that'll probably ensure that you won't have problems in the future. So that would be my next step for maintenance and make sure this thing works good for all year round. So yeah, that's pump house. You can see you got like a blue pipe coming out of the ground right over there. Probably see that in the video. And then there's another one underneath all these weeds behind me. Oh, stuff I'm allergic to. Okay, that's the pump house. You guys, it's the final video. Of course, you have my phone number if you have questions. And I hope you guys really enjoy staying here with all these little contraptions I built. Have fun. See ya.